First things first, I'll take a little bit of that Hennessy Black. That was from the guy. The guy just offered me a little bit of Hennessy Black, or it would be blurred out. It would probably just be called Hennessy Black, because we're not advertising anybody until they pay us. So, but yeah, man, first things first, every episode we're going to start off like this, man, where I'll be telling y'all about the strand I bought this week and what I'm with out here in these streets. I'm in Illinois, so it's a legal state, so everything we're doing right here is legal. This is taking place during quarantine, Quentin Quarantino, as I like to call it, where we are quarantining everything. We are safe. I wore a mask here. It's hanging up by the door. I have my hand sanitizer, which I will be using every few minutes just to make sure my hands are clean, especially with what I'm about to do now. But yeah, man, so we just here to have a good time, man. If you watching and you see anything you think I need to review from TV to movies, man, just hit us up after you're done watching, man. Let us know what you thought about it. But I'll start right here with this one, man. My strand of the week that I got right here is actually named after one of my favorite basketball players of all time. This one is called Gary Payton. GP, Gary Payton. What you think, baby? Gary Payton, man. This is the Gary Payton right here. It looks nice. Some of y'all been saying y'all got that Gary Payton, but I don't think it's it, because this is the real deal right here. This is the real deal Holyfield. So we're going to do now, man, we're going to go ahead and roll this up. Start here with the breakdown. That's always first, the breakdown. Some of y'all be breaking down. When you break down, man, when you do it inside of a car, make sure you don't do the dummy and let the window down and try to throw the tobacco out the car. Sometimes the paper flies out with it, but the tobacco essentially just flies back in your face. You can actually just dump it right back into the wrapper. That's the best thing to do with it. It's common sense when you think about it. That's what the package is for. It's a pouch. Duh. Okay, well, start with that. Then, of course, some of y'all do it by hand. I do it by grinder. I got my trusty gold piece. Break it down right here. And then, you know, you want to be clean. I like to be clean when it comes to putting everything down. I like to be nice and clean when I'm doing that. So, for those of y'all that's wondering, I'm just using a regular cup holder. What are these things called? Coasters. I'm just using an upside down coaster. I would say a cup holder. Coaster. I'm use an upside down coaster to dump this out on. Trump out here tripping. During the pandemic. Y'all hear Trump, dumbass. How about something? Y'all start looting, we start shooting. How does your tweet get taken down as the president? How does the president get his tweet taken down? It's some shit that somebody should have stepped up and just been like, hey, dog, bruh. Trump's words were, when you start looting, we start shooting. And I don't know. I just don't know if that is the perfect phrasing that the president should be using, especially in times like this, time of pandemic. People are already on the edge because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's next out here. You know what I'm saying? So for him to just come out and say that, you know what I'm saying, we're going to start shooting, it's crazy. It's crazy. And for those of y'all that's looking, no, I'm not trying to set no records rolling up. That's the last thing I'm trying to do, is impress people with blunt size. That's not my goal here. I roll regular blunts. I'm not a rapper. I don't know. It's not even that I can't afford it. It's just that I ain't trying to be that high. Oh yeah, we was talking about earlier, man, with the weed, man. I think Trump got something to do with that. Prices changing out here. Everybody trying to go up in their price. Everybody trying to go up in their prices. The on the street want to match the price of the dispensary, but what they got to realize that they ain't the dispensary. That's like going to go buy a burnt DVD for $15 a movie. Like, no. Why would I buy a burnt DVD? No. Give me that. No, man. Keep your same price. Unless you're giving me my weed in a glass jar like this, unless it's coming in a glass jar, don't charge me nothing more than what you've been charged. Now, what I'm paying extra for a sandwich bag, is it even zip-locked? When you go to the dispensary, you're paying for all of that. I'm paying for the smell-proof jar. I'm paying for the smell-proof bag. I'm paying for the guy that woke up and watered this plant. I'm paying for that. I'm paying for the person that cut it and got it down to just this perfect bud. I'm not on the street. I'm not paying for that. Y'all ain't do that. Y'all just put this together. Y'all just put this together out here. But the price is changing, man. Price is changing. And you know what I'm seeing a lot more? I'm seeing a lot more people with edibles. Seeing a lot more people with edibles for sale. And I'm like, how you gonna make an edible and your regular brownies don't taste good? You can't make, how you gonna make a weed brownie? You ain't never baked a cake in your life. Now you out here trying to bake brownies and all this bull. And you can't regular cook, but you making infused macaroni and cheese. And you can't make regular macaroni and cheese. People out here, it's crazy out here. But let's see how it go. Just got done rolling up the Gary Payton. Let's see how let's test it out. Nice smooth hit. No really cough. It don't really got a pine taste to it. I feel like you ever watch George Zimmerman foods when he be eating that nasty, he be eating beetles and shit, he be eating it like it's the best shit. You can always hear him doing like that. You hear that man smacking, chewing on that shit.
Yeah, I thought about Pops when you did that. Pops.
Oh, Pop.
Friday.
Yeah. When he walked inside eating them damn chips.
Right.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in here. Talking about some damn hog maw. Yeah, but low-key, this is decent. You know what I'm saying? This is going to enhance the conversation a lot. This is going to enhance the conversation. You got an ashtray, we just flooring it. Well, one time I was inside my car, true story, back in college, I was inside my truck. I never forget, I had a Jeep, like a 2000 Jeep Cherokee. And we were smoking inside my truck, inside the apartment's parking lot. And I had this guy in the back of my truck, can't remember his name. He just smoking, and he reached his arm behind the seat of the truck and just started ashing. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's just ashing in the back of the truck. Just reached his arm back there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? That's not a giant ashtray back there. He's like, man, I thought since there ain't no seat. I'm like, no, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? Niggas is disrespectful, man. Oh, my shit clean. Just fuck around, catch on fire. He's fucking around, drop an amber back there. That shit blow up. But we got stimulus checks, man. In the news, also in current news, we got the stimulus checks. Some of us got 1,200, some of them got a little less, some of us got a little bit more. But you know, it's crazy, man. I tried to do everything right with this stimulus check. With this last check, I tried to do everything right. I paid bills, bought the kids some summer clothes to go outside and play. And man, I was out. It was out quick. So I'm happy that they voting to get another stimulus going, because we definitely need it. But with this stimulus, I'm definitely gonna put $300-400 to the side and buy myself a Gucci belt. I can't go this time now, because I wanted it last time. This time I got to buy myself a little belt, because motherfuckers out here tripping. They act like a regular little belt from Ross ain't good enough. And people look at you different when you got on a cheap belt. They look at when your belt cheap. No, motherfuckers don't talk to you the same when somebody else got on the Gucci belt. You can't be with somebody who got on the Gucci belt and you got on a regular belt. It just throw out the whole move of everything. It's like, I'm going ahead and splurge on, buy me a Gucci belt. You know, I don't even want the fancy one. I just want the one with some G's on it that you can't even see, man. I don't need all that. Yeah, this shit hidden. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This Gary Payton hidden. This Gary Payton is hit ton. It is hit ton. Gary Payton is hit ton. I like it so much you gotta take a break. And you gotta pause for a second when you smoking shit like that. Instead of her putting the dog on a leash, she picked up the dog and drugged the dog. The dog was choking, about to die. The dog was about to die. The lady was dragging the dog. And the dog, she was like, can you stop recording? She said, I'm going to call the police and lie and tell them that I'm being harassed by a black man. Crazy shit ever. The same shit. It's crazy because that's the same that happened in the Central Park. They got them other guys arrested for all that time. See how easy, you know what I'm saying? That's how easy a lie can go. It's crazy how history just repeats itself. And it just comes back and it comes back again. So, but this time, fortunately, it didn't. I want to see her brought up on some charges for choking that damn dog like that. Make her do something. Make her take some animal cruelty classes for that shit. Dog. I'm scared of dogs. So I would have asked, hey man, I need you to leash that motherfucker. We have to talk about sports. Let's talk about sports, people. Let's talk about basketball. The NBA coming back. A lot of people talking controversies. A lot of people talk controversies, but nobody want to talk about the fact that they've been putting a magnet inside the basketball since 2001. Don't nobody want to talk about that. No, actually since February 2000. That's when they put the first magnet in the basketball and they magnetized the rim. That's when they first did that in February 2000. That's when they did the first one. And then by the next season, by the year 2001, every single basketball used in the NBA had a magnet in it. But that's a whole nother episode. We're gonna talk about that. The NBA coming back. They will be holding it in a central location. They trying to talk to Disney, talking about holding it somewhere in Disney World, at a gym in Disney World, where they're gonna hold the rest of the season and then have a playoffs. What y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about them just holding the playoffs? Will this count as a legit championship? Should they get the same trophy that other teams get when they win a regular? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Will the team be tarnished, or is this just a summer league trophy? You know, is this a requirement for everybody to come back and play in these games? And then how would it be with no fans or with limited fans, or however they gonna do it? Who's willing to pay the price of a ticket for this game? There's so many questions to be asked when you think about this, man. Because it's so much that they got to go into it. You know, they got a lot to think about with this. They talking about just playing, like having a tournament for the teams that's like for the 8th and 9th seeded teams. It's gonna be just a seeded playoffs where it won't be no conferences involved. So it won't. So I think that's the asterisk. You know, so it just be the best two teams. It's not an East and West. And I don't know. I don't really know how that's gonna work. I don't know if the Lakers can get a championship against the Clippers, and they can call that an official championship. But man, yeah. So let me know what y'all think in the comments when we come back, man. We'll talk about it some more, man. We'll talk about it some more. We'll talk about sports, but we gonna head over and talk about this. Yeah, let's talk about. Yeah, I'm just talking.